You don't understand. The version of Kino Casino that you've been getting for the last 6 or 7 months,
Gone.
we were just having fun.
Yeah, we were going easy on you.
It's gone
We
now.
were just
'Cause
we were
now there's a mission.
You don't understand. I live for a mission.
Yeah, I live for a mission.
I live for a righteous cause. I'm a preacher.
Ugh, disgusting.
I come from a whole lineage of preachers, and you gave me the biggest soapbox to stand up on and shout that I'm the victim.
He just accused the quartering of being a bully and claiming to be a victim. And then he said, aha, you've just given me the largest soapbox where now I can pretend to be a victim.
I'm the persecuted one. No longer can you say that you're under attack and you're being harassed when you're claiming you're going to take everything from me and my good friend Andy Worski.
That's exactly what they just got done doing to the quartering.
All because we dared have the balls to say the emperor has no fucking clothes. All because we dared to say that you're not a king. You're not a god.
Is that what happened? Is that what happened? Let's listen to that again. Listen to the fucking coat.
I'm the persecuted one. No longer can you say that you're under attack and you're being harassed when you're claiming you're going to take everything from me and my good friend Andy Worski. All because we dared have the balls to say the emperor has no fucking clothes. All because we dared to say that you're not a king. You're not a god.
So, according to PPP, what happened was all they did, they were having some laughs, and they told Jeremy the quartering, the emperor has no clothes. You are not a king. And hate to break it to you, Jeremy, you're not a god. And Jeremy said, what? Oh, how dare you say that? That's not what happened. What is he talking about? All we said, the only thing we did was we told you that you weren't a king. That's it.
You're not a mafia don. You're not the leader of a criminal enterprise. All that you are is a poopy pantsed cuckold
Failed
surrounded
YouTuber bum.
by pieces of plastic. Your Funko Pops, your action figures, your toys, your retro video games, and your man-child mansion that was subsidized because you're a Nepo baby by mommy and daddy, and you got lucky on YouTube.
Is that what it's about? Jeremy Hambley, a lot of people say, well, his contemporaries got banned and he took kind of a vanilla stance, and therefore he kind of survived where others got banned, and then he kind of lucked into his position. For a while, he was the only like right wing guy, or one of the only ones that was so bland and inoffensive he didn't get banned. So therefore, he kind of benefited from that. That's an argument, probably holds some water, absolutely. But is that the resentment here, Ashton? Is that he's a Nepo baby? It all just got handed to him? Because the one thing you can't say about the quartering, I keep calling him quarterling. The one thing you can't say is that he's not a hustler. He does hustle. In all fairness, I don't think anything was, quote, handed to him.
And spammed the algorithm for years by being a safe little cuckold that minced your words, minded your P's and Q's.
Okay, so fair game. He says, man, the only reason why you're still around, the only reason why you have a career is because you played it safe. Okay, well, now he's not playing it safe. He went out and just flagged you and got your channel totally burned down. So he's not playing it safe anymore. But yet you still have a problem. So if he plays it safe, he's nothing but a safe playing cuck. He's got no balls. He's not a man. He stands up and bitch slaps your ass, and then all of a sudden, no fair, no fair, no fair, you cheat.
Towed the line, knelt down to Susan, sucked her asshole while everybody else got banned. Well, all the real fucking G's got banned.
Well, I mean, you just got banned again.
But you know what the difference is? Us real fucking G's.
See, not ever me. Not I'm a real G. It's us. It's us, right, guys? Right, guys? He's terrified of being isolated. I think. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it, but the only time he says I is when he's shirking responsibility. Anytime that like there's going to be an advance, it's always like he's looking around making sure the mob is with him. Even when they're not, he's like, yeah, that's what we think. Did you think you were going to ban all of us? It's like, no, we're just going to ban you, which is exactly what happened.
Who were out in the wilderness for many a year. We know how to survive in barren seasons.
Oh,
we
yeah.
know how to survive.
Yeah. Ha 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 ha. Ah ha ha. I mean, I guess. Is that a flex? I know what he's saying. Like, hey, man, you know, you think it's bad? Like, don't throw me in that briar patch, right? I'm born and raised in a briar patch. Like, I'm a tough cookie. Like, I understand what he's saying. But, like, look at the cope. Look at the ah ha 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 ha. Just 24 hours later, ooh.
When winter comes and the stocks are short and the weather and the conditions are hostile and cruel. Do you? Will you, when the legal bills are mounting 100,000, 200,000, 300,000?
24 hours later, he's like, we weren't trying to threaten your livelihood, man. I mean, we would have fun, right? We'd have fun, but we weren't trying to hurt your livelihood, your ability to put food on the table, trying to interfere with your channel. All I wanted to do, said Ashton, is just have some fun and kind of just joke back and forth, just like we did with Ethan Ralph, just like we did with, you know, Jarbo and all that stuff. And then, like, not even like a couple minutes later, he's like, yeah, what are you going to do, man? What are you going to do when I start fucking mounting up the legal bills on your ass? 300,000, 400,000,
500,000 when they enter year 2, year 3,
Year 4.
year 4.
What are you going to do when I cost you $500,000 over the course of the next 5 or 6 years? What are you going to do? And then literally, I wasn't trying to affect his livelihood. I was just threatening with $500,000 worth of lawsuits and 5 years worth of emotional suffering and pain, but I wasn't harassing him. It's just jokes.
Year 5, year 6 of a legal battle.
Yeah, like, fuck this guy. Like I said, I don't care if he's SJW. I don't care if he's right-wing MAGA. Somebody's sitting there, especially this fucking guy, with his flying fucking monkey over here. This dude's going to sit behind his fucking microphone. And he's going to go, yeah, what are you going to do when I fucking bankrupt your ass and harass you and your family for 6 years? Like, fuck him, dude.
Based on your criminal extortion, based on your alleged bullshit defamation fucking claims, buddy, an international lawsuit.
Can't you take a joke, Ashton? It's all just jokes, right? Why are you threatening life ruination? You're doing exactly what you're accusing him of.
Are you going to be ready to pay the price, to be fucking drained?
Are you going to be ready when your channel gets banned in 24 hours?
To have everybody in your life be cross-examined, to go into...
See, everybody in your life. We didn't go after your family, dude. We didn't go after your wife, but I'm going to fuck her in front of you. She's going to love it. I'm going to show her what a real man is. And are you prepared when we bankrupt you, put you $500,000 in debt, drag out a legal battle of 5 or 6 years, and everybody in your family is affected by that? We didn't threaten you. As a matter of fact, we defended you. Like, no, you didn't. You're a fucking liar.
Discovery.
And you're a piece of shit. And you're a liar. And, you know, whether Jeremy Hambly is or not, you don't get let off the hook. Look at this guy. This guy is a toxic, vile scumbag. I don't care if you like Jeremy Hambling. I don't care if you think he's a grifter. I don't care if you like his coffee. This guy right here has no room to point a fucking fat little fucking finger at anybody. But just the viciousness, just the fucking just rah 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 rah. Like I said, some of it's performative, but some of it isn't. I'm a preacher, you know. You can't even string words together, you know. I'm gonna fucking own you. I've got a soapbox. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna ruin your fucking life. So dude's like, no, you're not. Fuck you. And he's like, oh, no fair. How dare you do that? Why don't you have a debate with me? Why don't we just constantly go back and forth over the next 5 years? It's like, well, we could do that. Or I could just have you banned.
to provide the messages, all the messages between you and Adam Sellers over the years, all of the messages between Adam Sellers and your wife? Are you prepared for that?
He's threatening life ruination. Look at him. This is a kid that never had his fucking ass whooped. Look at him. Not a blemish on his face. Hands probably smooth as silk. What job has this guy ever had? I know what it's like in the hard times, laying around on my couch getting Social Security from the government. I know about hard times. I don't know. Do you have a family to support where your business is failing and some fat spurg and his flying monkey are sitting there doing everything they can to destroy your fucking life? What about those hard times? You know anything about that?
Because we are. Because we know
I'm
what
ready.
it's like to suffer.
You don't look like it. You look like a fucking pretty rich boy. And I know for a fact there's like a period of time in his life where he fell on hard times. You know, a lot of people did, especially after college. There are people that have ups and downs. But look at him. He looks like a fucking cake boy to me.
We know what it's like for times to be fucking hard.
But you've been 150 pounds overweight your entire life. So times have never been that hard.
You've never felt that in your life.
It's a guy that's never missed a meal and probably eats 1,500 to 2,000 additional calories. He probably eats the same amount of calories as like a wife and child would, like a healthy man with, you know, average sized wife and like a 8-year-old child. If you counted up like the daily calories that they should be ingesting per day, he probably consumes that. And he's like, times are hard, bro. And it's like, well, you're getting like the same amount of calories as like a family of 3 or maybe even 4. And like, oh, I know what it's like to have hard times. I don't know, man. I don't think you do. Not like you think. Maybe more than Jeremy, fair enough, but you're not like this hard times thing. In my opinion. What do I know?
I want you to feel that.
Why? Why do you want him to feel that? It sucks so bad. Can't wait till you experience it. It's like, well, then fuck you.
I want you to feel that pressure. I want you to feel that stress. I want you to feel that strain because I live for the pressure. I live for the stress.
I don't know. Sounds like cope.
I live for the strain. That's what makes me a fucking man.
That's what makes you a man. Okay, that's fair. Everybody has their own measuring stick. The tall guy's going to say, you know what makes me a man? I'm 6'4". So the short guy's going to say, you know what? It ain't about height. It's about all the wealth I have. You know, I have all this money. And the poor guy's going to say, you know what? It's about putting in a hard day's work, putting food on the table. Right? That's what makes me a man. So he's talking about what makes him a man is that he lives for the strain and the pressure. He doesn't have a family to take care of. He doesn't have a kid or a business or anything like that. He's got a YouTube channel and he fucks with people on the internet. That makes him a man, I guess. I don't know.
And that's why you'll always be a fucking cuckold and a little fucking bitch who, when times are hard, just like back in 3rd grade, you ran to your parents.
See, I'm not the only one making references about the schoolyard. He's even making the same connection, whether he knows it or not. The 3rd grader running to the parents, tattling. So the 5th grader bully is picking on the little kids. I'm a good speaker. I'm bigger than you. You know, I'm better. You can barely even string a sentence together. I'm good at this, though. I'm a preacher. I've got a soapbox. I'm going to go after you. And then how dare you not meet me on my terms? Because Ashton's never going to go outside of that realm. Like, Ashton would never get into a boxing ring. He'd get his fucking ass whooped. So that's why I always have props for Warski, right, for stepping up. But like Ashton's never going to go out of his comfort zone. He's going to stay right where he is the strongest. And he's going to be very offended and very mad. No, you can't go out of the bounds, right? You can't go above me or around me or, you know, you can't go tell the parents. The parents can actually do something about it to the bully, can get him suspended if you go to the teacher. That's why he can't stand that. Oh, how dare you? Why don't you just meet me on the playground where I can beat your fucking ass and hold your head in the toilet, you know? Where I have the upper hand.
Mommy, Daddy, the teachers gave me a bad grade in class.
Yeah, he understands the connection.